it's one thing to use it in a tool and not being aware of it and saying I'm using an AI tool. So when I use a GPT-3 software, then I'm aware of it. And so many people are not aware of it. I have these 5 territories that I identified. So audio production, video snippet production, deep fake production, image generation, and text production. Because the one thing is knowing the tools, but integrating it into your existing marketing team is another story.
All right, this is another episode of the Form Your Own Pack podcast by Founders Pack. My guest today is Yakup Oezkardes-Cheung. Did I get it right?
It was good. Thanks.
So close.
Thanks for the effort.
I tried really hard.
Yeah, I know. We
Yakup is the author of a forthcoming book called Content AI. So we're excited to always talk to people about artificial intelligence. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Great to see you. I like your shirt. Many
Thanks.
podcast listeners can't see it now, but
Little Gucci there going on.
Yeah, that's cool. I like
Actually,
the colors.
the back is coming here. I'll show you. It's like,
okay.
Yeah.
She'd love for it. Yes. Always good to have a promotion, a sponsor for your podcast,
yes,
right?
It's sponsor, right? Our good friends at Gucci. Shout out to Marco and Federico, our friends. Gucci and Noe.
That's good.
Sorry, Noe. Not
Yes.
exclude you guys. All right. Well, so for people that don't know, who is Yakup? And let's maybe talk a little bit about what's coming out with Content AI.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So my name is Yakup, like you already mentioned. So I worked I'm from Germany. I'm living and working in Germany with my family here in Hamburg, and I worked as a digital editor. So basically I have journalistic background. I worked for newspaper, for TV stations, for print magazines, and then became content manager. So I was in charge of different digital assets like podcasts, like social media postings for Facebook, for LinkedIn, worked for different agencies, creative agencies, where we created digital assets like blog article. And around 3 years ago, I started my own business as a content manager. So with the beginning of the pandemic, there was a big need of digital assets. So everybody was digital from one day to another. And so that was the starting point. And since 1.5 years, I'm more in the niche of content AI, and I say always I am a content AI manager because I want to make this transparent and saying, okay, I use AI tools to create content in different formats. And we are now, I mean, DALL-E 2 and ChatGPT is still in the media a lot. This is good and bad. So it's good that I don't have to explain so much what I'm doing. It's bad. It's getting more crowded, and
is it?
all of a sudden, everybody is an AI expert.
Really? Interesting. I wouldn't have guessed, but that makes sense. It's like a lot of attention. So everyone's saying they're an AI expert all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, I got this conversation also with somebody who said, "Well, come on, everybody's an AI expert now." Because and I'm thinking, well, I'm not. I mean, I'm testing tools since 1.5 years, and it's not like that I'm since yesterday in this area. And I think it's the future. So that's the reason why I'm in this game. And there's a lot of potential, but there's also, I think, some misinformation about AI and what it is capable of. And that's the reason why I decided, okay, I tested so many tools and I recognized there's not one platform where you find all these information. And that's the reason why I said, okay, I want to create this called Content AI Tools, which is basically my platform, and the need also to write this book to give the best tools to the people so that they know, okay, which tool to use, because that's the basic question. So what can AI do for me? What is it that it can help me, and which tools should I use for the content creation part? Yeah.
That makes total sense. And so now I think you also have like a regular blog, I think, right? Is that a newsletter?
Newsletter on LinkedIn, yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. How's that going?
So I would. So everybody who's on LinkedIn, I'm a big LinkedIn fan. So I'm
Yeah.
on this platform since 2012, I think, or 2011. So for a long time, and it was always good for me. So, and I like this LinkedIn newsletter function. It's easy to use. I started with blog articles, and then all of a sudden, you can also create your own newsletter. So it's a cool function, and it works very well. So I started this newsletter, and within 1 or 2 months, I think I got 1,000 subscribers. Now I'm 2,000 subscribers. So
Wow.
it's I think there is room for improvement. So for
Mhm.
all the people who are working on LinkedIn and listening to this podcast, I would I would wish that you can get access to more data of your newsletter, so the opening rates and things like that. That would be more interesting for me.
Oh, they
But
don't offer that.
they have just uh, basic data, but it was not that exciting. So it's not like that. If I go to a sponsor and ask for a sponsorship, they they want more information about the
Totally
news.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been very happy on Substack, but there's so many tools out there like Beehive, and LinkedIn is interesting. We have a big audience on LinkedIn. I guess we just gotta decide. I don't know. I'm reluctant to spread myself too thin, but um, all right. So what is the general thesis of the book is that this is AI is a useful tool to create content, and here are tools, or how, is there a framework involved? What would
Yeah.
people be getting when they get content AI?
Yeah, so basically, I am speaking about the 5 territories of content AI. How I called it 5 territories because it's like unknown land. So I'm a big fan of One Piece, which is a manga about a pirate story. And I said, okay, why not call it territory? Because it's for many people it's still unknown. So I
Yeah.
have this. I'm making studies and asking people, are you using already AI? And many people, around 60%, click on no, I never used it. Oftentimes they are not aware of using AI, but that's another story.
YouTube.
So yeah,
Like YouTube is
it's
that's why it's like,
Netflix.
oh, Google's gonna get smashed. I'm like, they kind of got a lot of AI in there. They got like,
Yeah,
there's
it's already here, guys. It's
you
already
use
here.
YouTube, you even use an AI.
Yes, I mean, yes, you're right. So that's what I mean with you're unaware. So for example, MailChimp, if you send if you send marketing messages on MailChimp, and you click on MailChimp should recommend me a time where I should send the email campaign, this is already AI, because based on the data that on your former previous campaigns, MailChimp gives suggestions. Okay, or the best campaign was at 7 p.m. on Saturday afternoon, or I don't know, which depends on your target audience. But that's already AI. I mean, you're totally right.
Totally.
But it's one thing to use it in a tool and not being aware of it and saying I'm using an AI tool like I'm doing it. So when I use a GPT-3 um, software, then I'm aware of it. And so many people are not aware of it. And yeah. So anyway, I have these 5 territories that I identified. So audio production, video snippet production, deep fake production, image generation, and text production. So these are the 5 areas that I identified that I speak about in the book,
Amazing.
and give all the tools that I used, and I'm still using them. So I tested a lot of tools. Yeah, that's a big part of the book. Another part is also frameworks and workflows, because the one thing is knowing the tools, but integrating it into your existing marketing team is another story. So you have to think about how should be the workflow so that my people are using these kind of tools, so that we get the most efficient team. So the combination of human intelligence and artificial intelligence, so that we get the biggest impact. That's the goal.
Amazing. All right. If you could recommend to people only one AI to start out with and try, and maybe let's exclude ChatGPT because people kind of know that, what would that be for
Mhm.
content creation? I guess we can focus on.
Yeah, so I think the lowest hanging fruit is an AI writing assistant. So because text production, I would recommend for everybody. And ChatGPT, I'm not a a big fan. I'm asking people, for example, I'm onboarding people and asking, okay, what AI tools do you know? Are you using AI tools? And they say yes. And then I'm asking, okay, what are you using? ChatGPT. Okay, this doesn't count to me. Okay, if you use this
Really? But
doesn't count.
it's like such a what about that would not qualify? It seems like it's
I
very
mean,
versatile.
because you still have to work on the article. Like I need blog articles, and if you type in something on ChatGPT, it's funny, it's easy, but I got the results. I can directly see, okay, this is just ChatGPT. It's just in an AI writing assistant, like I'm using Writer, for example.
Right. Yeah.
You can create blog articles and structure it. You can put subheadlines into it. You can change the keywords. You can make it longer or shorter. You can get several paragraphs. You can, with an AI writing assistant, you can do much more things. So you can specify, for example, what do you want to create? Do you want to create a blog article? Do you want email, social media caption, LinkedIn ads, or Facebook ads? You can lyrics, song lyrics.
Yeah.
If you're a singer, you can meta titles for your backend on your WordPress website, for example. YouTube headlines.
I was gonna say, I think they do YouTube headlines and descriptions, so that's useful.
Yes,
Yeah, that makes sense.
definitely. So you're putting all your work and effort creating a video, and then you have to type in, and come on, that's happening every day.
All right.
You're
So
uploading the
I think what we need to do. So first of all, I like the fact that you research tools consistently, and I think we talked about this. We definitely need to have, even if it's once a month, have you back. And we're gonna pick tools, and we should put them head to head with ChatGPT, and let's see what we think.
It
I'm
sounds
just
like a
curious.
challenge.
We should do it, right? So that
Yeah,
I'll run whatever the thing is against ChatGPT, and you run it in the specialized tool that you pick for whatever the challenge is. We should just do once a month a challenge.
yeah, yeah.
Writer
We should
challenges
challenge.
ChatGPT.
We should
Jasper
challenge
challenges.
AI.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
It's a good
I
idea.
like this idea.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
that's
should do it.
cool.
And we'll include Dolly on the OpenAI part. Okay, so that you heard it here
Cool.
first. We're gonna do this once a month. We'll schedule time. Yakup's gonna pick tools, and we'll see. Like, is ChatGPT sufficient, or should you go buy this other tool?
Okay, I'm in.
Let's do it. All right.
Challenge accepted.
I love it. All right. If you could offer founders who are out there, that's typically who we talk to, or investors, only one piece of advice around AI, what would it be?
Just, I mean, test it.
Test.
That sounds like a no-brainer, but come on. These tools there is always a free trial. So these are software as a solution companies, SaaS companies, software as a service
Right.
company,
Yep, that makes
and
sense.
they have 7-day testing period, or even 2 weeks, or even there's one deep fake software that I'm a big fan of. The name is Colossian. You can create 5 minutes of videos every month for free. So you
Okay.
can log in with your email address and then create some. Of course, it's limited, 5 minutes, and you don't have so many slides that you can use, but still you can use it for free. I mean, you can just log in and start. And my recommendation is always start with a writing assistant like Writer, something, or it can be also something. Many people are using Jasper, and there are many out there. And try to, when you decided to buy one, try to get a lifetime deal. So instead of paying every month $10 or $15, which is also not that much, but you can buy on, for example, AppSumo, which is where I'm a big fan of, lifetime deals for these kind of software tools, and you can use them for forever. That's the cool thing. So testing fast, deciding on one writing assistant, and then trying to get a lifetime deal. That would be my recommendation. Free recommendation
That makes
already.
total sense. I love it. All right, Yakup. So I'm excited about our future endeavors. We'll schedule another time, and we'll pick a tool. Maybe it's a writer, maybe it's something else. We can talk about it, and then we'll test it, and let's see head to head who wins. Is it ChatGPT or Dolly or
Yeah,
some
but
combination or?
But who's going to decide who's the winner? So what, based on the
We could vote. We
quality?
could, you know what? We could do it live stream, and we could have people vote.
That's, I like that
Yeah,
one.
we have
That's
we have
cool.
StreamYard. We can stream it to like LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube all at once.
Cool. Yeah,
We could
I
totally
use
do
also
that, and then
StreamYard.
we just use a recording as a pod episodes. But and then we could live stream and have people vote, and we can put a poll right in the post too.
I like that. Yeah,
Let's do
that's
it.
cool.
Okay, this is great. I'm excited. Appreciate you coming today. I'm excited to see your book in May. And in the
Thank you.
meantime, we will see you before that. Within the next 30 days, we're going to do our first trial on this. But I think it's a great endeavor. It'll do some really exciting things. Maybe this
Cool.
takes over the whole universe. I don't know. It'll be the ultimate AI reviews.
I mean, we are starting with small goals. That's
I'll
always
go the
small
universe.
steps, baby steps.
Just
Yeah,
the
the
planet.
universe
Country.
is
One
fine.
country.
No, no, I mean, yeah, yes, the
Uruguay.
whole world.
Whole world. Okay, that's fine. As long as we get Uruguay and maybe Brazil in there, we haven't
I
been to either
mean,
of those. We got to go check those. And Japan's
we
dying, right? Where they're like getting old. We need. You
Japan.
know
I'm a
about
big Japan fan. Yes,
you are?
yes,
Yeah. Why?
really.
It's such a great culture and society, and it's like they're like average age 50. It's crazy. You know,
It,
I don't know if you know, but I followed this going way back. It's probably about 12, 13 years now. But Korea and Japan anticipated this, and they passed robot laws.
mhm.
So I don't know if
Okay,
you're aware of that, where there's almost like the Asimov robot laws. They passed laws around that, around robotics. And a lot of their robotics development, unlike the US, where it's all DARPA and it's like soldiers and laser beams coming out of the eyes and dogs that hunt you down and eat you. The
okay,
Japanese and the Korean ones were in anticipation of walking pets, preparing lunches, helping with elder care, taking care of children. So a
that's
lot of
cool.
their development's been very much, trying to help an aging society, which feels like, 12, 15 years ago, you should have been focused on making more babies, maybe, but I don't know.
Um,
Whatever. We'll take the robot.
interesting, interesting topic. Yes,
All right, so we'll take over Japan as part of it. There you go.
Japan and please Australia, some warm
Australia, really? I've
country.
never been to Australia, but
Me too. So, but I
well,
mean,
here we go. That's all good.
yes,
The world's
yeah,
good. Yakup, thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to our next episode. We go head to head,
yes,
and we look forward to following your journey as you release the new book.
awesome. Thank you for having me, and nice to. Yeah, I'm excited about this
It's a good
little
idea.
project.
It's a
Yes,
project,
challenge.
exactly. All right, this has been another episode of the Form Your Own Pack podcast, and we will see you on a future episode of Founders Pack, Form Your Own Pack.